So today is the start of a great video that I've been wanting to make for a long time. When I got the Ford running, I took it on its first kind of drive and it didn't do too good, but we saw that it has a lot of potential.
All right, first pull. Dude, she lit him up. Ready? I'm gonna do it again. That's in third gear.
Those huge 35s in third gear when I'm just loping the gear already and it's bouncing and a throttle crack and it's breaking them loose, that's nuts. So I got to thinking, hey, what if I actually got the brakes working? What if I actually bolted down the cab and the bed? What if I actually made it not smoke as bad? Power steering, we're not quite there yet. I was hoping to be, but it's just not working out in my favor. Let's get the old girl in the shop and let's start tearing into it. We don't have a lot to do, so this is actually pretty cool. The old girl has just been hibernating outside since that video. And you can see we still got a coolant leak up in the intake. There's a crack right there. That's nothing a little JB weld won't fix. I don't know. It kind of has a smell today. I haven't been in here in a while, and I did notice that I have left my driver's side window down for probably a month and a half. So I'm sure that has to do a lot with this smell. But I'm sure she still runs. Make sure she's in neutral. Oh, did I lose the keys already? Alright. There's so many keys, I don't know why. Alright. Let's do it.
Look at that. Not too bad at all. Just gotta get her to where she actually wants to idle. I think we're alright. Sorry.
Somebody is not happy. And just like that, she is in with the square again. Problem number one, I need a bigger shop. Still got the motor from the Camaro right there. I'm not putting it back in this one. If you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you should start watching my videos.
So I know you're saying to yourself right now, Logan, this truck is already perfect. What else would you need to do to it? Smoke another, because this thing's got a lot of problems that have kind of just swept under the rug. Number one is every time I drive it, there's this horrible inner fender is just caved in and gone. My battery tray is holding on by a hope and a prayer. It's rubbing on these giant tires now, so we really need to take care of that. So rusty fender, next thing we need to do is obviously obviously, I don't know why I can't say that word sometimes. So obviously, fix smoking. Third thing is I don't think I have enough vacuum on the brakes, so they are pretty weak. We really need brakes because it's already sketchy enough to drive, so we got to fix that. Next, I have coolant leak because the top of the intake, I accidentally cracked it when I was putting in the caps to block off one of the coolant ports. I didn't go that tight. I'm blaming Edelbrock. That's what I got to say. Next is if we have time, which I don't know if we will. I don't really care about that. All this other stuff like headlight. Oh, never mind. We need to bolt down the cab and the bed. That's a pretty big one.
Yeah. I definitely did drive it down the road like that. I could lie and say I have good insurance on it, but I don't have it.
Bolt down cab / bed. Really all I have written down isn't a terrible amount. I'm gonna really try to ignore bigger problems that I think I can justify as smaller problems right now. If that makes any remote sense to you, makes sense in my head.
Squirrel!
The main thing is to just get this thing running, okay, driving, okay, and then tearing up the blacktop again, because that's awesome. And I really want to do that again, and I'm itching, and I know you want to see it. Like, what's this thing do in first gear? What's it like in second gear? Does it spin them in fourth? I don't know. What about reverse? Does it do wheelies? Will it do a wheelie? I don't know. These are all things we're going to have to find out, and we're going to find out. So my general plan is to start taking off everything to get to the intake. I really think that it is leaking because it is sucking oil through where the intake is on this side, because FEs are kind of notorious for this apparently. And honestly, when I read that, it made a lot of sense to me, because these things don't sit in there that nice. The intakes, the stock one or the aftermarket, which I know some of you, well, that's expected because it's aftermarket. Edelbrock's usually pretty good. I mean, at least on Chevy, right? I really don't think it's the heads. I really don't think it's the valve seals. I don't think any of that, because my pressures in all my cylinders are pretty great. And I know that it can still leak, but I'm just really not worried about it. And the fact that it only leaks on one side, I just put these heads on. I mean, I definitely might have hit a couple valves through the heads with a ball peen hammer. I'm kidding. I used a rubber mallet. But I think it's pulling oil through the intake. So we're taking that intake off. We're putting new gaskets on. That'll give me a chance to fix that coolant leak that I've wanted to fix. Also, right here in this box, we have a brand new PCV valve. This truck does not have one. It did have one. I took it off. And now we're going to put back on one. And I think that's going to help a lot with the smoking too. The brakes, I really think that's going to be easy. I think I'm just not pulling the right vacuum. I have the vacuum ran into the carburetor. And I have noticed that when you run them into the carburetor, they are generally a little bit weaker than when you run them into the intake. I don't really know the science behind that. Other than that, that's about it. I'm not worried about the giant oil leak. I'm not worried about the transmission leak. I'm not worried that we don't have headlights. Those are all real little things. I wanted to drive okay, be safe, to get my kids to school, all that type of stuff. Everything else can wait until later when we have free time. So let's start ripping and tearing, what I do best. Carburetor off. Coil, distributor, a throttle linkage, brake boosters on the hook. Coolant is draining. So I'm gonna let that coolant keep draining the rest of the night. Go inside, it's getting late. I got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow. I'm gonna get back to the truck later. I didn't make too big of a mess. I think I lost about probably 3 gallons of coolant on the floor. I've actually had worse days, so. We're moving right on along. You can see the intake is back on. I'm getting ready to throw this PCV valve on, throwing it on the passenger side back there. I'm gonna route it right into the intake. And then I'm also gonna tee off of that and run to the brake booster. We'll see how that works with this motor. Everything is back together. All right, so we are moving down the line slowly but surely. Coolant leak, good. Until I put coolant in it in about 5 minutes and start it up, because the JB weld has not fully cured yet. But screw it. Fix smoking, I'm gonna cross that out. It's also a maybe. Brakes. I just realized I didn't spell brakes right. I think we did okay. If they didn't get any better, then they didn't get any better. We can still do the video, see what kind of burnout she does. So we have rusty fender and bolt down cab. Rusty fender, I can fix in about 3 seconds. But Logan, how? You said you were gonna weld it and all that. I was thinking about that. Why? This thing is shot. I need to get new ones bad. So we're gonna do a temporary fix. Let's just cross it off because I got a plan. So right here you can see is our battery tray. It looks like it's connected, but it's not. There's random wiring going underneath of this. Core wire over here. It's never a good sign when you see wire nuts everywhere. I was gonna fix all this. Looks like they're pulling hot legs off of this solenoid in a bunch of different spots. We have wires tied together like this one. And one time this accidentally came untied, I guess, and the truck would not start. And it took me forever to figure out what was happening. So this is all stuff that 100% should be fixed, but it's just stuff I'm not gonna worry about today because it's kind of boring.
And who really cares? I zip tie this up. It shouldn't rub on the tire. There we go, we fixed it. All right, so we're getting ready to start tuning it. I have the old trusty zip tie fender fix. No more rubbing and tubbing. Clutch is fixed, brakes should be good.
So now we're actually trying to start this truck. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've already cranked it several times, and it is acting like this truck always acts, where it doesn't like to start. This truck is the biggest pain in my butt, and then it fires up and I actually maybe get to drive it or something cool, or I just sit in it, and it's one of my most favorite vehicles. This thing is like a bad ex-girlfriend. That's basically how I would describe this truck. Turn the distributor a little bit more, fire it up. Hopefully I can get it running right so I can actually put my timing light on it. See, I turned the distributor and it does nothing. It doesn't care. Tried advancing it a little bit, retarding it a little bit, didn't care. But I do notice that when I'm starting it, I can feel a little bit of kickback on the starter. So usually that's a telltale sign that you're too advanced. And also I figured this truck's acting retarded, so hey, I retarded that distributor a little bit. So let's see if the retard likes it. Good news! The retard did like it. Let's retard it a little bit more. Now we're trying to do something I call speed timing. It's me cranking, running out of the truck, and trying to time this thing before it dies. It sucks.
Nope. Nope.
Well, I'm gonna be entirely honest. I think I need a new distributor. I tried to rebuild this distributor. It is old and it's just so intermittent. And I'm tired of it. I'm not dealing with it anymore. It just does not make sense. No matter what I do, this thing does not behave. And I've fought with this distributor forever. This isn't the first rodeo. And I got it to where it runs okay, but it still doesn't run good. And I'm done blaming the carb, I'm done blaming the heads, I'm done blaming the valves, I'm blaming the distributor because that is what it is. And I'm done with it. I'm not doing it anymore. I guess we gotta wait a couple days now. We'll be ripping soon.
So thankfully today we are able to get rid of the old and swap in the new. I really don't know what's wrong with this rotor or this cap. And maybe it's honestly not these, I hope it is, but we are not getting spark on a lot of the plugs because I did get the truck to run and it sounded like crap. I don't remember if I videoed that or not. It ain't good. So hopefully it is this, because distributors for Fords are kind of pricey. Throw this puppy on and probably watch nothing happen. This truck just loves to fight me, but it's just making me better, whether it knows that or not. So all I'm really gonna do is just crank it and see if it even tries to start. If it does start, I'm gonna watch my timing light. If it starts blinking, then I know we're good. If it doesn't start blinking like it did last time, I know we still got some problems. Fingers crossed we're all right now.
A little smoky. Well, I mean, the important thing is we got it running like crap, but that's not a big deal.
Currently, I am throwing plugs at the truck. These plugs are not really that old, but they've been fouled so many times. Cleaned them up with the torch, but I figured, you know what? Why not throw new ones at it? Now, I feel good about myself, and I feel like I did something to really help this thing run today.
Well, I'm kind of curious to see what happens, I guess. It's definitely a fuel issue. Try a little go-go juice. Well, I didn't have my phone on. It was hectic, but I did get it running, and it idled at like 2,000 RPMs, maybe 2,500 even, and stayed there. And I turned the screw on the idle, and nothing's happening. It's not dropping or anything. And then I saw that the linkage is like stuck, kinda. Like it won't drop down to idle, and it kept getting stuck. I don't know what's up with that. It started smoking again. Bad, so it smoked out the shop, so I'm running around trying to get everything open because I'm about to pass out. Tried timing, and I had it at 18 degrees at idle, and it was right there, but I couldn't get the RPMs to behave. It just started bogging down, and then it died. And then I went over and checked the temp gauge because I was like, I know this thing's got to be getting hot. There's no coolant in it. I don't really want to put coolant back in it yet. Just want to make sure I don't have to pull the intake off again. So we're letting her cool down right now, and honestly, I think it's this Holly. I really do. This Holly I just can't get it to behave. And there is one carburetor that sucks driving wise, but running wise and everything, it never failed me yet. No! We're gonna throw on this ABS too. I am not an Edelbrock guy when it comes to carburetors at all, but for some reason this carburetor will make anything idle. After that, it's junk. I can't tune this one for some reason. It's brand new, pretty much. You can turn anything you want and this thing don't care. So I'm not an Edelbrock fan, and most people I know that actually know their shit don't like them either. Maybe Fords are meant to run on Edelbrocks and Holly just stick to the professional Chevrolet. I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens with the smoke. It's almost like the truck starts for fuel, and then you give it fuel, and then it's like once it actually gets the siphon through the carburetor and the carburetor actually keeps feeding it, it's good. And it's probably all in that linkage. My brain's going right now. I'm gonna try to catch up with it real quick. I'll get back with you guys in a minute. The old carburetor is off. Got something, I need a connector for that fuel line. Now I already have tried to run this truck on this carburetor, and I didn't get it started at all. But I'm hoping today is a different story. I'm running out of options here, so I'm just throwing a Hail Mary. Throttle linkage just kind of broke. There are a lot of odds not in our favor. What's new? Battery tray finally took a major crap, but don't worry, we are actively. Uh-oh, I lost that bolt. I'm doing a little weight reduction. We're doing good. Yeah. Money. Oh, this is actually pretty good because the battery will float now. And when you hit a big bump, not gonna hurt my battery because the battery will be floating. Just tips and tricks, stuff you learn along the way, you pick up. Make sure everything is hooked up. We're gonna fire up and see what happens. Truck runs like crap now. I mean, it never ran that good before. It was always kind of hard to get started, but when it did start, it actually, yeah, I lie. It actually did run good when it was, kinda. No, I lie again. Dude, I'm so messed up right now. No, I'm completely, yeah, I'm not on anything. That sounded wrong too. Brain is moving really, really fast. That's all I mean. It's okay, Mom. What was I talking about? So we put a new coil in. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. I'm just free balling right now. If it's not the coil, then it's the distributor. Through and through. I mean, I'm happy, but are you freaking kidding me? All that and it was just a coil? And I thought to myself 13 times, hey, maybe we should throw a different coil in? Nah, it's good. We tested it. It's okay. Hey, truck runs. And there was no smoke. So we probably ought to put coolant in this puppy. Yeah, we definitely ought to put coolant in this puppy. I'm gonna do that real quick. And then it's test and tune time.
So this is kind of like unconventional, I guess you would say. And hopefully I'm not the only buddy that does this, but I do save all my coolant in a 5-gallon bucket, and then I dump it back in and I strain it, kinda, because I'm that cheap. Yeah, don't judge me. One day when I have like 50,000 subscribers, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I promise. Usually I grab a clean rag. I'm not going to this time. I grab my 5-gallon bucket of apple juice. This is kind of time consuming, but money is time and time is money, right? Huh, this one's not draining at all. Oh yeah, these bigger rags suck. I need to go with the thinner one. Hey, I like that rag. Okay, this one's a lot cleaner. Pure filtration. Oh jeez.
So, what the heck? Truck still smokes. You can see once it heated up, it did it. That sucks, but I guess it's valve seals. I don't know what else it could be at this point. It's running pretty good though. I can't really get my timing light to work. I can get it to work at more of an idle. So I know that we are at 34 total. Idle sounds good, so I'm not really too worried. I did just have a great idea though. I blocked the front tires. What if we test out the burnout theory right now? Let's see what this puppy does in first gear. Is this a good idea? Not at all. Not anywhere close to a good idea. I just checked the brakes and they're still very, very spongy, and the booster is just not getting enough vacuum still. I guess it's just this cam. Figured, hey, let's try it here. Worst case, I hop the blocks, I'll go out that door into my yard. It's about a 4-foot drop to get to my yard. The other worst case, truck rolls backwards, garage door will catch it, so we're good.
This video is sponsored by Oxido. Now, if you're like me and you spend a lot of time working on cars and you're afraid of breaking down on the side of the road, Oxido has you covered. Just this little portable charger puts out 16.8 volts. You can also use this as a portable charger. It even has a light. Flasher mode, in case you want to give somebody a seizure. Emergency mode, I would say. Yeah, that would definitely tell you something's up. Now let me show you how simple this thing is to use. Plug the cables right in, hook up. If you turn on, it tells me I'm at 62%. I'm gonna just push the start button and it tells me I'm ready. So that means I can go turn the key and this thing's gonna fire right up. Watch.
Just because it's small doesn't mean that it's not simple and effective. The proof is in the pudding. Use this link. You can get 20% off your order today. Click the link down below. Go ahead. Get yours today.
Not a good idea. She ran away, big time. I think I just had a heart attack. That was so cool. Well, she's not posy, so good thing I put the camera on the right side.
Dude, I just watched the video and that does not do it justice. Like, I'm still shaking. That was kind of scary when she freaking ran away on me like that. I guess we're gonna take her out on the road and see what she does in the pool. I'm really disappointed it's not posy. I'm really disappointed, not gonna lie.
Oh no!
Not good. Oh, that's embarrassing. This is not what I had planned. There's a lot of fluid on the ground. Uh-oh. Break. Oh. And the door even shut for me. This is not a good idea. I got kids, man. I'm sorry, go around me. I'm dead. Have a good weekend. Well, we're rolling backwards.
We want to go into there. I know as soon as I start pushing this thing, car's gonna come. Oh, even better, we got a bicyclist. And don't do drugs, kid. Don't do drugs. All right, we're gonna try it one more time. Yes! Oh, right. Oh, she does not want to run. Oh, I'm on the brake, not the clutch. Damn it, I don't want to be over here either. Hey. No way! I should play the lottery. I gave it just enough. She coasted in here over the blocks. Man, that was a lot. I've never had that much excitement moving 20 yards and then trying to get back to that 20 yards and then rolling back and then you're at 30 yards. Well, we're rolling backwards. We got one good pull. That was full throttle in first gear. We know what she will do now. We know what she is capable of. Not bad. Could you imagine if I was actually able to shift that? This thing would be a monster. I'm probably gonna end that video here. I got a lot of other vehicles I need to catch up on. I bought my wife a new Denali with a 6.0 that's bored 30 over. That thing needs some dyno tuning and I might need to put a new trans in it. I might have trashed that. I'm gonna move my attention to that. Let me know in the comments, what do you think I should do to this truck? What do you think I'm missing? What do you think I'm screwing up? Let me know. I'm just learning as I go. So don't be a douchebag about it when you tell me. That's the only thing I ask. So I'm gonna call that an end to this video. We're not winning the battles at all in this truck, especially in these videos I keep doing. Small little victories, but we ain't winning the battle. But one day we are gonna win the war and this thing is gonna be awesome. Or I might sell it. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. As always, this is King of King's Garage, and thank you. And hey, remember, Jesus is King.